Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I just wanted to do another quick video. Today is Saturday, August 8th. Last night I got a text from somebody telling me about this doll that came out for a famous, I guess it's a movie they're promoting, but the doll, like the mom who bought, like her child got this doll for a birthday present. So what the it's a female toy, right? That when it has buttons throughout the body, so when you press the button it makes noise, right? So there's a button that they place on this toy that's right on the private parts of the of the doll, that when it's pressed it makes like a gasping sound. I mean, like this year has been going bad, has been, a lot of things has been happening so far, and everything is just, people are coming out, celebrities coming out saying, people that work with them, like I did on my previous video, talk about how, some celebrities are not what they seem to be, and then they talk about other celebrities that they do rituals, and they're complete witches and all of that. And I understand that, I've done a lot of searching and stuff, and I know daily there's a child that's being abused, many childs, and the industry in Hollywood also is known for that. It's known for abusing child, and it's just, they come out, the celebrities, and they talk about it. I remember one episode that Selma Blair, she was having a hard time at an airplane, and then she was saying how her manager used to burn her private parts. And then a lot of these celebrities, when they have a moment of crisis, right, they seem, and the media tell us, the public, that they're crazy and that they're on medication and stuff. And because we see a trend of celebrities that end up killing themselves or end up in drugs, and like all of that, to me is just people who are crying for help, and just they need an escape. That's why they do substance abuse. And the history of child abuse and all of that, when a child is abused, and of course this is just stuff that I'm saying, but we have the story of Michael Jackson, how many times he used to bring little boys to his house and all of that. And then there's contradicting reports about him, because when he was alive, some people back him up and say he's not like that, and then now that he's dead, so many years after, they're saying yeah, he did it, and then this and that, and then the maid talked about it, and then Wayne, everybody that worked with him, I guess, has something to say about it. All I'm saying is that child abuse is just crazy. It's completely straight from Satan. Everything that's evil like that. I mean, the innocence of a child is just so pure. And like, for somebody to take that away from a child, and if you're watching this and you were abused as a child, I do feel for you. It's crazy. And the people, there are master people who do this in a very subtle way that you don't even know is happening. But I feel like when somebody crosses your personal space, you cannot know. You can just feel awkward. It's like that old man that when you go to their house, they always want to kiss you and say, you look so pretty, and all of that. And you're like, oh my goodness, he's going to give me another kiss. It's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, you feel it in you, because it's so awkward, for an old man to be, giving a kiss so many times to a child and saying, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. I want to talk about your boyfriend. I'm saying because that happened to me. I always look older than what my age was, so people, I guess, assume that I was older, so they will say stuff to me like that. And people are like, oh, he's an old man, he's always like that, all of that. But there's a problem when people cross your personal space and they grab you and they want to hug you, and you're like, I don't really feel comfortable with this. And the adults around you, they're laughing because they're like, he's always been like that. But I feel like, so what? You gotta stop it in the moment. You gotta cut it from the beginning, because playful things like that can get to something worse. And one day maybe your mom is not around, and if you're a parent, I'm just speaking for myself here. I don't have any kids, but I'm saying, like, men are men and women are, like, people have, no matter how much they say, oh, they're just like that, they're joking, that's the coach, that's the we know him forever. People have weaknesses, and just because they have a good reputation, don't ever leave your child alone with somebody just because, oh yeah, he's known, the family knows him forever, and this and that. The devil, he's looking to see who he can destroy. But anyways, of course it's difficult, because you need babysitting, all of that. But I'm saying, like, if you feel like your child looks uncomfortable, regardless if you know this person or not, you gotta say, you gotta, don't do that to her. Like, she doesn't like it. Start grabbing on her like, come on, she's a child. She obviously uncomfortable about it. And I'm saying, like, a lot of parents, they see things like that, and because that person is known in the family or is a good neighbor and we know them forever and with this and that, they're okay. I just feel like something has to be said. When you see something like that, especially you're a parent and you're protecting your child, you have to speak, and you have to say, who cares if somebody gets offended? This is your child, man. You're responsible for your child. Anyway, so this doll came out, and the mom, so this YouTuber, I guess her daughter was having a birthday party, and somebody gave this doll to her. Obviously, I don't think the person who gave that to, it was a family who gave that as a present, as a birthday gift to her child. They probably didn't know. Maybe they thought it was a famous doll, it's on a movie or whatever, like, let's give it to her. So this doll has buttons on different parts of the body, like I was saying before, and then there's a button especially placed on right on the private part of this doll. And once you press on it, like, the doll makes gasping sound, all of that. And now the breaking news last night was that it's being recalled, so now you cannot find this doll anywhere. So I'm gonna put a picture of that doll here on this video. So if you know, if you have it, look through your toys. If your child recently received toys or whatever, look through it, and of course, bring it back to the store or just trash it. But I'm just saying, stuff like that, like, this year has been crazy. But like, once you start reaching out to kids like that in that way, you gotta tell me. Like, I'm a designer, as you guys know. Before, my design process, and I'm just one person here working, it's not like I have a big marketing person or a big production department, whatever. Everything has a process, right? So before I started designing, I do the sketch. So the sketch is with me for a couple months, and then I go fabric shopping, and then you get ideas, trim, and you buy that, and then you start working on the garment, so it's like a whole long process. And this company that makes this doll, like, it's a huge known company, you know what I mean? So what I'm getting at is, like, how does something like that is so obvious that is wrong, goes through so many executive, goes through so many hands, and nobody says, wait a second, this is a little weird. And the problem that I have with that is, like, when things that are so wrong, they're no longer calling attention to somebody, especially big executive, big production managers, big anybody, just even if you're in the line of, in the assembly line, and you're, like, creating this doll, like, wouldn't you call that out to your manager? Maybe your manager can take it to somebody higher and say, wait a second, what's going on here? So this product came out and was being sold in stores. And the reason that there is such a big issue is because it's teaching little girls, because the age for that, how every package for a toy comes with the age, recommend the age use. So it was 4 years and up, right? So you're telling a 4-year-old little girl that, if somebody touches her there in that private part, it's okay, because the doll is making, like, gasping sound, funny sound, laughing, like everything is fine. And I just feel like the devil, man, he's not playing, he's not wasting any time. And you know, like I put a quote today on my Instagram, and if you want to follow me, it's at Julissa Designs. I'm on Instagram also. So I put a quote today that said, you know, mature people, they no longer get mad at people, they get mad at the devil. And you know, something like that is straight from hell. You know, something like that came straight out of hell. The devil blinding people to create a toy like that that is accessible to kids. And you know, like I got so upset. I'm like, I just can't believe it. You know, I just cannot believe it. That it went through so many hands and nobody saw anything to say, wait a second, do we really want to put this out in the market? I just feel like, you know, everybody like, you know, and I always talk about the Christians because we have a command as believers in Christ. We have a command to spread the gospel of Christ. And then I just feel like Christians right now, and this is from the people that I see. Again, I'm looking at the window, I'm sorry. This is from the people that I have around me. They're so concerned about, oh, you know, it's 2020, the year is really bad, but they're concerned about looking for a mate. They cannot wait to have kids, get married. And like, yes, that's great, you know, but you know, like, we have a bigger mission in life than to just get married and have kids because everybody else does it. You know, like, if you die like, you're not gonna get to heaven in front of Jesus' face and be like, God, can you believe I never got married? Like, that's not even gonna matter. What's gonna matter is how many people do you tell them about Christ. And I feel like we as Christians and believers of Christ, we see how the season is. This year has been very crazy, and it keeps on getting worse. And yeah, we see something like that, and Christians are like, oh, you know, I'm trying to get married, trying to buy a house, and you know, I'm saying, you know, everybody can do that. Like, I have aspirations too. I want to get a nice new car and all of that, and I want to change careers, you know, like get a different job and more money, whatever. But at the end of the day, I still want to spread the gospel. Like, I still want to make an effort to, you know, like, at least come in here and like open people's eyes and tweet about God and like talk about God and like share with as many people as I can about the gospel, because you know, our time is borrowed. Like, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And I just feel like, you know, we see the season. We know how it feels. Of course, nobody knows when God is coming back. But I'm saying the one that's getting more ready, I guess, for Christ's return is the devil, because he's not wasting any time. He's putting out stuff like this. He's using celebrities to like do rituals on people, like he's doing with the new Beyonce video. He's doing crazy stuff, you know. And now they're creating a vaccine, whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that, but I'm just saying, like, he's like preparing because he knows Christ is coming. And I feel like the Christian community is so concerned with the matters of life, you know, that we overlook our main purpose of being alive today is to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ and to get as many people to accept Christ as his Savior. Anyways, this is just a video. I hope you learned something from this, and I hope you can subscribe. In this video specifically about the doll, I'm gonna leave the picture for you to find it and stuff like that, and I'm gonna see if I can leave the link or a short of the video of that YouTuber who talked about it, and she did a video with the doll and everything, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is so important for everybody to watch. Share with your friends and family, people from school, whatever. That doll has to be burned. You know, it has to be destroyed. I don't want, you know, any child should not be accessible to that doll. You know, a young boy or a young girl, regardless, you know. It's not right for a boy to even see that yet. Everything in life has its time. And it's just the wrong way to even, like, look at that. Anyways. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.
Down here is a button right here on her privates, and if you push those, she makes these sounds.